Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. I still have the Senior Special Assistant to the State Governor on Public Affairs, Sunday Wugira, as we discuss the outcome of the 2023 elections in Adamawa State. All right, Mr. Wugira, because you have tried, to touch on this at different time in the course of our discussion, so let's bring this to the front burner. The governor said he didn't contest against Binani, but powerful forces in Abuja. What exactly was he saying?
Well, you see, no one would ever have the courage, have the muscle to pull what was pulled in Adamawa State if there is no backing from outside of Yola here. And even the security chiefs that acted the way they acted, they just acted like vigilantes and not responsible security men. And heads for that matter. They must have the backing of people outside of Adamawa State. Let me give you an example. When Afolabi stood his ground, CP Afolabi stood his ground that the right thing must be done, they could not get away with what they wanted to do. And there was even an argument between CP Afolabi and the brigade commander of Adamawa State at that time. So when they realized that he was the only one that was constituting a clog into their wheel of mischief, they eased him out and brought a pliable security head in the person of CP Mohammed Barde to come and perpetrate violence on the people of Adamawa State. In consonance, in conspiring amongst themselves to foist a government or someone that was not elected by majority of lawful votes in Adamawa State as governor-elect. So it was not the candidate of APC, not at all.
All right.
The candidate of APC as an individual would have been overridden long before now. But you see, it was even a conspiracy beyond Adamawa State.
Right.
If you remember, the British High Commission here that is in Lagos even sent a congratulatory message that the candidate of APC was elected as the first female governor.
All right.
What
so,
was their
many Nigerians thought...
So it is even a conspiracy beyond Nigeria.
All right. So, Mr. Wugira, many Nigerians thought Adamawa would produce the country's first elected female governor. But obviously that didn't happen. How will you react to this?
Well, I am a son. For sure, everybody must know that. My mother is alive. I have tremendous respect for my mother. I have a wife that I love so much, that I have regard and respect for her person. She has given a lot of her life to ensure that my life becomes better. I have a daughter that I cherish and I wish that, and I believe she will provide leadership for Nigeria in time to come. But you see, leadership is a virtue. You don't just wake up and think that you will take over leadership by violence. You want to pretend over a people through democratic means, but not through the normal democratic process, but through the violent means. As far as I am concerned, I feel ashamed that a woman whom we always believe are good for everyone demonstrated that, in fact, in terms of political chicanery, in terms of political rascality, they are even better than men. And this has dampened the desire by people to have even a woman leader anymore. It is a minus for the female gender, reprehensibly. And for me, I had to take my time to tell my daughter and my wife that this is just an exception.
All right.
Women.
So another very important question, Mr. Wugira, is some analysts say PDP won because some APC bigwigs supported the PDP candidate. How much support did you get from aggrieved APC members?
We got support of the people of Adamawa State across parties. It is not about aggrieved people. It is about people who have desire, who believe Adamawa State must get better, because the governor of Adamawa State has given the best for the people of Adamawa State in the last 4 years. And everybody is desirous of continuing and building on this development across party lines. Even those that are apolitical, they are in support of the governor. So it is not about getting support of people, aggrieved parties in the APC. We have the support of people across all the political parties in Adamawa State, even amongst those that are not political. So it is about development. Nobody will go for what is not what he is not sure of, as we say in Hausa, that babu wanda zai sake reshe ya kama ganye. So in Adamawa State, whoever that will not support PDP, whoever that will not support Governor Fintiri as an individual, as the governor of Adamawa State, assuredly his desire is not for the development and progress of Adamawa State, but about self-aggrandizement.
All right,
and
so
that is what we have.
In the National Assembly elections, PDP won 2 senatorial seats, while APC got 1. In the House of Reps, PDP won 7 and APC 1. Why was PDP unable to replicate this dominance in the governorship election?
Well, what you are supposed to know is that in the presidential election, what transpired is just different, and that is to tell you that in Adamawa State, we cherish and value democracy. People have the right and desire to vote and go for whoever they want. If it were to be the wish of the PDP, we would have completely PDP candidates winning all the elections in Adamawa State. But we believe that let our people decide, let them be. And that was why people had to go for candidates outside of the PDP. And that is fine. Our concern and desire is that democracy thrives. Our belief is that everyone should be represented by whom he believes will represent him well.
All right.
It is not about party.
All right. So there are also talks that the only reason Governor Fintiri was so much under pressure was due to his underperformance. How will you react to this, Mr. Wugira?
Due to his own... Pardon, I didn't get that.
There are also reports that the reasons Governor Fintiri was so much under pressure was due to his underperformance. How will you react to that?
Well, when you talk about underperformance, if you come to Adamawa State, perhaps you've never been to Adamawa State. You come to Adamawa State, now whoever that will tell you that there is no development in Adamawa State, perhaps does not know what development is all about. You see, we have different understanding about what development is. Even God that has created us in this world, there are people who have different understanding on who God is. So that is just it. God forbid that we all think the same. God forbid that we all agree on one thing, all of us. It will become something else. So people who do not like development will say Fintiri underdeveloped Adamawa State. People who do not like the progress we have witnessed will tell you that there is no progress in Adamawa State. People who do not cherish the peace that we have in Adamawa State will tell you that Adamawa is not peaceful. People who do not cherish the development we have had in the educational sector will tell you that we are getting backward. Right. People who do not like and cherish the development, the stride we have registered and witnessed in the health sector will tell you that there is no development in the health sector. But people who are in Adamawa State, people who believe in progress, people who appreciate what development is, will tell you that Adamawa State has changed, and to the glory of God, Adamawa will never be the same again.
All right, so let's get back to the outcome of the elections. Most of these results are still being challenged at the tribunal. Now, with the way the elections went, how confident are you about retaining those seats?
Well, we have no issue about somebody going to court. That is very good. If you can see, even with the Pyrrhic victory and the shambolic announcement of a winner of an election when the process was not concluded. The candidate of the APC and the APC went to court. They were before the Federal High Court, and luckily and rightly so, the presiding judge of the Federal High Court, where they went, asked the counsel, the applicants, to address him as to whether he has jurisdiction to entertain those civil common law remedies they went to seek before the Honorable Court. Now, that matter has been taken by events. The next thing that they will do is certainly they will have to withdraw their application. And their next port of call perhaps would be the tribunal. Right. Now, the question is, as a lawyer, what would be their prayer? What would be their grounds for challenging the election in Adamawa State? Are they going as those that were robbed of victory, having been so shambolically declared? Where are they going to get the result sheet that they will rely on? You know, and who is going to certify the result sheet? In whose custody is that result sheet? The form EC8E that they are going to rely on to go to court to demonstrate that they were returned as elected. Right. You know, so now, these are some of these things. You begin to wonder if truly we are in you are dreaming or you are awake.
All right, Mr. Wugira, let's talk about another very interesting development, which is Senator Elisha Abo of the APC, you know, continues to maintain his grip on Adamawa North Senatorial District. Why is he able to beat the PDP even with the influence of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar?
Well, there are things that you don't say on the screen of television. I am from Mubi local government. We are from the same local government with Senator Elisha Abo from the same zone, the northern zone. A lot transpired. Here before the court, I wouldn't want to talk about what has transpired, and I wouldn't want to talk about the facts. In the course of time, the whole world will get to know. And we are still moving. If God spares our lives, things will unfold, and at the end of the day, we will see the lie that is being bandied over time.
So are you indirectly saying Senator Abo is a very popular politician?
Well, if popularity is what makes someone win election, then there are so many people that would win election simply because they are popular. It is beyond that. And some victories, like I said, they are not victories in the real sense of it. I wouldn't want to go further into that. I am a lawyer. This matter is before the tribunal. After the whole issue, after the tribunal has finished and concluded on this matter, we will talk, and people will get to know what actually transpired and what we have.
All right,
people will see the lie in bandit, like I said.
All right. Let's talk about the task of governance after the election. How does the government intend to bring the people together after such a divisive election?
Well, if the governor, in the person of Right Honorable Amadou Umaru Fintiri, has not unified the people of Adamawa State, perhaps what was staged between March 18th and April 15th and 16th, it would have succeeded, and would have been having a different history now. One thing you must know, that Governor Fintiri is being loved by the people. It is not because I serve under his government or I am serving under his government. No, that is the reality. Right. You may not like him, you know, you may not like him as a person, but take it or leave it. Governor Fintiri is a leader. Governor Fintiri has unified us in Adamawa State. He has given everyone a sense of belonging. He has identified with every community in Adamawa State. There is no one single community in Adamawa State where the presence of government is not felt.
So the governor has also promised more dividends of democracy. The governor has also promised more dividends of democracy in his second term. What should the people be expecting?
Well, people have confidence that more will come. That is why they supported him. That is why you've seen the massive support. And I'm telling you, he will not fail at the master. And that is why even during the electioneering campaign, he was given a distinction between political participation and governance. He was delivering the dividends of democracy even in the course of campaigns. He will run from helter. He was running helter-skelter, delivering the dividends of democracy. We have to accept the fact that he has not given much publicity for himself about the extent of his deliverance of governance in Adamawa State.
All right.
And by the time the real light is beamed on what he has done for Adamawa State from 2019 to 2023, I am telling you, people will be amazed, and that will be done.
So, in his acceptance speech, Governor Fintiri also said no one would be left behind in his administration. Does that include his closest opponent, Senator Aisha Binani?
Of course, no one before now has been left behind. No stone has been left unturned. That has been the slogan, and that will continue to be the slogan. Adamawa belongs to everyone. Adamawa is everyone that is in Adamawa State must be carried along. We don't segregate. We don't go on our separate ways because of politics. And this has been his watchword over time. He has been telling everyone who cared to listen, there is a difference between politicking and governance. Governance, he has taken an oath to govern Adamawa State as a governor without fear or favor, ill will or affection. And when he appears before his God, he is going to answer that as an individual if he segregates, if he excludes, if he ostracizes, and if he fights whoever. So he has
quickly before we go, now some APC members accused the governor of flooding the collation center with security agents to manipulate the result. I would like you to react to that.
Well, we have seen what has happened. Even with the presence of security heads, there was a shambolic announcement, which did not stand the test of time. People assuredly were boiling as a result of what transpired. And you cannot take chances with people, whether they are your own children or they are not your own children. And you cannot be too sure with what one crazy person can create where there is laxity. Confidence gives way to conspiracy. So steps must be taken to ensure that lives and properties were secured. Yes, the venue of the collation was flooded with security men. Collation was done peacefully. No one was coerced. No life was lost. Nothing was destroyed. Nothing happened. So why all this blame? He has a duty to ensure everyone in Adamawa State is secured, and that was done. And now everyone...
Sadly, we're out of time. But I must thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming on Politics Tonight. I've been speaking with a senior special assistant to the state governor on public affairs, Sunday Wugira, as we focus on the outcome of the 2023 elections in Adamawa State. Thank you very much for coming on Politics Tonight, sir. Thank you.